Hello and welcome back to Stacia 2 Expert. Last episode we worked on automating and auto crafting, typically the subnets, the ether gas, the pink slime, and these enchanting apparatuses. All of that was to work towards setting up more complicated crafts. Today, I want to work on one of them, the NASA workbench. Mostly because I want to make a rocket and I want to go to the moon. This workbench is a pretty complicated tree, so let's just get straight into it. Coming in here, as you can see, we got a drive bay. In that quick little montage you just saw, I gathered up all but 2 of the materials we need for the NASA workbench. Actually, wasn't that bad. This was just iridium mostly, which is just sitting in the end. Now, these 2 things are the most difficult parts. Really quickly, I did grab the ME drive and got these fluid cells. More easily handle the fluid crafting. And I got a 256k ME disk drive and a 16k. So, you know, 272,000 item storage. That's decent. I like that. And I set up these machines over here for random craftings. This mixer I need to refix. This isn't working right now. And I am noticing there's a lot of crafting random garbage happening where stuff's getting stuck. I assume it's like a chunk loading thing. So I upped my render distance. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that right now. Next thing on our docket is we need these ender crafters, which is ender ingot, which I have all 2 of these, both of these auto crafting already. But we need ender juice, which is from fluid extracting enderium, which is lead, diamond dust, and ender pearls. Wait, was it 3? It's 3 lead, like that. Throw that in there, and I also had to make up a second induction smelter here, mostly because the original is already full, so I need to upgrade the pattern providers. Once I get around to making a new machine hall, I'm gonna have probably 3 or 4 induction smelters because I don't want them all getting stuck on one bad machine. That makes sense. The crafting times are pretty slow right now, but with that done, enderium. Oh, I already have more than a stack. Take a block of enderium, and we need a fluid extractor. Put those both on auto craft. We grab that, and then we grab this, and it's probably fine to set it up next to this one. Let's grab a tank. Let's grab a small one. We don't need all that much because this also has a fluid input. Then we can grab a fluid bus and an export bus, and we might honestly want a crafting card. I might want to auto craft this if it's already at, I don't know. Let me figure out how much each block makes. We can just put you here. Okay, 2 every tick. That makes sense. That's what it says. And I'll filter it for juice. I'm gonna sit here and see how much this fills up. I'll be back when it's done. Hello, I'm back. So as you can see, I've set up the entire setup so far. This will be torn down. This setup is garbage. Don't worry about it. The block is gone. And it looks like we have 2.3 buckets. I don't know why it's that number. Formation plane. Yeah, this is the same issue I had before. I don't remember what I was doing wrong. It's really not a big deal. 2.3 buckets is enough for just under 10 ender ingots, I believe. If I grab enderium and I just, you know, probably go through a few more blocks. Enderium's not expensive, and I'll remove all these formation plane stuff at some point off camera. But we'll say ender juice is basically done. We can manual it for now. It's not needed for a lot that's necessary. But yeah, the ender crafter. I don't know how this works. I guess let's just make the main thing. I need 5 ender ingots. Ender ingots are already starting to go through. Grab the ender crafter. That was a task. What is the pedestal for? The important bit is that I need this enhanced ender ingots. I need 8. I need an... Oh. We can grab that. And then I need 8 more ender ingots. Let me see if this will even work. I got a feeling it won't. No, it won't. Stuff is getting messy because I got it messed up. This ultimate capacitor is what I'm doing this for. So let's make that recipe. I have everything except for the ender ingots done. This is a recipe for the dissolution chamber here. I need 2 of them, which looks like the only thing I'm missing is the enhanced ender ingot. I went and collected some echo shards, which was just going into the ancient cities and grabbing them from chests, which if you're like me and you couldn't find the structure compass, just be known it's called the explorer's compass, not the structure compass like I thought. I assume because this is a different mod. Just fair warning, get this. You can look up ancient city and all this. My ender ingots done. I'll be back when this is ready, man. All right, I got the 16 ender ingots. Grab 8 of you. This is how I get the integral components, apparently. Let's set this up in a spot. I think here's fine. Where's it? Here? Yeah. Well, let me see if I can do this. No. Is this the wrong... It is the wrong recipe. Sorry. That's my bad, guys. I did grind up some stars in between episodes. Hopefully I won't need to redo them. Like that. Oh, that's fast. Like that. There's our enhanced ingots. No quest for that, I suppose. Honestly, this should be a slam dunk. Just boom, 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 boom. And I'll set up the recipes later. But this should work. And raining. Great. But with the ender stuff done, we can look up the capacitor. The ultimate capacitor. We need 2. Oh, it's not in there yet. 2. Oh, it's working. Okay, melting the redstone is going to be a problem. I need to upgrade the magma crucible like ASAP, because that is a big choke point in my crafting. Oh, we got 1 capacitor. All right, the capacitors are done. What's missing? End steel gear, but that should be the last thing. Okay, we're just waiting on the steel. Oh, and I got the supreme machine frame. Now the last thing, which will definitely be a montage. Coming over here after that montage, I have everything for the NASA workbench. Let's pick it all up and craft it. This feels good. This NASA workbench was less work than I was expecting. done some work. Notably, I've gone to the moon. I've set up these tanks because the reason we went to the moon was to set up these mines, these fluid lasers, which each of these are entangled with a tank back home. These are mining 3 of the fluids we need in here. They're entangled with these fluid containers. So there's a 128 bucket backup, and then I have AE2 exporting them to these blast chillers, which have an ingot cast and make each of these goddess ingots, and these will be important. Little update on the progression tree. Got the tier 1 rocket, fluid laser base, and got all the goddess ingots. Also, over the montage, I've replaced all the alternators around the base with flux points, and I've added a little uraninite setup here, and down here I made a reactor. Right now it's only niotic. I'll probably move that to spirited and blazing at some point. And the reason I went ahead and did this was because this was on max capacity. I added a single alternator and the whole thing exploded. Like, a ton of these belts were broken. These wouldn't even start. I don't know why. So what I basically had to do was disconnect a ton of the alternators, everything that wasn't needed for getting these reactor, and then I made the reactor. But we are ported over to using actual power instead of create now. With all the moon stuff done for now, the next thing in the progression tree called the terrestrial agglomeration plate. I did just learn this. These have industrial factories like this, which is really nice, but the upgraded the Gaia agglomeration plate doesn't, which is annoying. But I guess I don't need to automate Gaia steel because we have stuff like the bees. Actually, yeah, it is just the bees. I'm gonna have to set up a bee farm for at least some of them because I was hoping to do mystical agriculture because that's way more powerful than the bees, but we'll have to start it anyways. And that actually does go in nicely to the next thing I'm gonna do. Because we need to set up this agglomeration plate. Yeah, looking at this extended crafting is like next. Now, in order to get the agglomeration plate, first of all, you need infused lapicium, which I did craft up because this takes a while. This is an enchanting apparatus recipe. Put that in there. I've already gotten the echo shards, and I already made up all this soul steel for the duplicite room block. That was mostly just this. It's a soul fire crafting recipe, so it wasn't that important. Now, the main thing for this agglomeration plate are these 3 runes, because we haven't started Botania all that much, and these don't seem too bad. I'm trying to wait to set up a permanent spot for the Botania stuff because I'm gonna build it over there, so I don't want to like set up auto crafts. Yeah, so we need to make up this runic altar, which requires a glowing mechanism I don't have, and then I need a mana diamond, which is just a single diamond thrown in the mana pool like that. I think that might be the first one I've ever crafted. Let's just get the runic altar first, and I forget whether I need to pump mana into it or if I can just drag. I'm gonna have to automate this when I build that build over there, which I'll probably do by the end of the episode. But right now I just want to get the agglomeration plate. So we need the summer, earth, and spring. Go with spring first. Mana steel processor. I do already have that on autocraft. And we need mana powder, which is redstone in the mana pool. Make up 32 of it. Mana steel processor. Reinforced slate. I have those. Alley fertilizer. Do I have left? Yeah. There's the slates. And air essence. I'm gonna have to set up the imbuement chambers in the mage tower as well. So I'd say there's gonna be a lot of building in the future to house all this stuff. A lot of what's coming up is gonna have to be like upkeep because I'm stupid and didn't build this near the smart way. I'm assuming all these require their essences. Oh right, summer requires earth, but that crafts too. That's fine. Summer requires earth, but it also requires air. We also need to make that. So let's make an air essence. We need a source gem. Actually, I'm gonna use a block. Arrows, feather, and wing. Arrow, feather, wing. Like that. And is this gonna be enough? No. With the source, we can give it here. And you're almost done. Boom, air essence. think actually that was the last thing. So, air essence, fertilizer, processor, mana powder, slate, crafting. Oh, I need living rock. Is it like this? Yeah. Let me just start putting that stuff into the pool. But that's the Rune of Spring done. That's actually going to be a lot of what we do. So I'm going to quickly craft the rest of these runes up. And I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, I'm back with the runes, and I can make the agglomeration plate. Reward? Rune of Earth, okay. And a spark. I forget what those do. Ooh, we do get a mana cell housing. That's really nice. Let me take my tome out. Wait, Botania's book's not here. Botania? Book. Hey, well, let's go Botania. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's a living rock and lapis. Living rock, lapis. Like this. So if I do that, throw it in for the flowers, we can do this. Or does it need to be one at a time? Pick it up and do it one at a time. Alright, this is going to be slow. I only need 1 Terra Steel. Oh, it's crafting. I think I just voided all that mana. The first set of stuff despawned because it wasn't on the plate. I have everything except for the Terra Steel processor. I only need 1 Terra Steel before I automate this. Well, while I'm waiting for this to go, I'll be researching how I'm going to automate mana. I'm back. I meant to record and then forgot to. Here's my new mana setup. Right now I have another mana spreader with a velocity and a potency lens on it, as you can see. And I'm using an entroponym for mana, which, if you know anything about Botania, I'm pretty sure this is the way that everyone does this. You put in a piece of TNT, you light it, it explodes, the flower takes it and turns it into mana. And as you can see, I mean, like, it filled up the pool pretty nicely. So automating TNT is on the list. And yeah, so let's just throw all 3 of, well, I should probably throw it on the plate. Like that. Want to keep an eye on the mana levels. This should take half of a mana pool, is what I read. And I have more than half of a mana pool, so this should finish. Oh. Yes. Terra Steel. Woo. Oh, thank God. So, all of that was for this Elven Gateway core, which, gotta make up, like, a processor and stuff. Like that. We can throw this in the arc furnace. I'm not going to set up the autocraft for that yet because we haven't set up the Terra Steel autocraft. That's the slate, and we have a Terra Steel processor. That is the Elven Gateway core. We need the living wood logs and glimmering logs. Oh, it's not the logs I need. Let's make this into the 3 glimmering living wood. And this gives me a ton of stuff, but I'm going to leave it for now. I'm hoping I can break this later because this is definitely not going to be a permanent spot. Let's put the core down here. What, it's logs like this? Is this what it is? Yeah. Okay. All right. I need my other mana pool. Mana pool. I should get the book out. I'm not sure where portal is. What did I find? At least 2 mana pools. So like this. Then it wants Natura pylons. Oh, you've got to be. Okay, there's the Terra Steel. Make the nuggets. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 pylons. That's not where I wanted to play it. I need a ton of mana in these pools. So here's a tablet. Throw it in like that. And I'll be back when I fill up these mana pools and I think it's enough. Alright, I'm back. I've been kind of just running this and putting stuff in my mana tablet and throwing it all into these mana pools. Right now I have each of these pools filled up to about a third. I read that it was a fifth. I just wanted to be safe. And I believe, is it a continuous amount of mana to keep it open? Or is it just to open it the first time? And for trades. Let me ready my trades before I do anything. All right, let's open her up. Okay. There's the Botanica. Doesn't look like it's taking a constant. Jeez, that don't take nothing. Yeah, thank you. Well, that's that done. And I need this to go back up to halfway to get another Terra Steel for the automated agglomeration factory. But while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and I'm gonna get building. Coming in here. I'm be real, guys. This might be my worst build yet. I'm not happy with this. This build might be tearing down later, but looks like a Roblox tycoon. I don't know. I don't like it. Like, the glass doesn't really help. I like that glass better. I'm considering Bifrost blocks. Gives like a colorful look. This is something I'll probably fix in between episodes. As of right now, it's kind of just a giant glass cube. We got a ton of space, and our Anya stuff are all set up in here. We have TNT on autocraft. We have this automated. I've upgraded the mana pool with the Alf class, and I have an import bus sucking all the mana pool mana into a 64k mana drive. And I also made a source drive where I have this set up over here, completely automated for source, just so that I can like keep exporting on this. And whenever I get around to doing the magical tower, whenever I get around to doing this stuff. So I've got mana exporting to this mana pool where I have the agglomeration place set up, the elven altar. I upgraded the altar because it's pretty trivial to do once you get to portal. And this allows a spark. That way, literally this spark can just feed all of this. And we'll put the mana infuser, the thing I'm about to craft, right here. Because this thing is how we get, first of all, Uturum. This is going to be important. And the thing we actually need to get today is alfsteel, because I want to get this video done. I want to end it off on fighting Gaia, which means I need 4 Gaia pylons, which means I need 4 alfsteel pylons, which means I need 1 ingot of alfsteel. So we're gonna have to craft this up. Now, obviously, I've got the showcase here. Before I build that, I do have this set up here for automated portal. It's pretty simple. It's just turn it off when I don't have mana, and this timer just constantly ticks, and this picks up the items. Because this is so close, it gets picked up before the absorption hopper can pick it up. This works. Pretty simple setup, but getting back to it, the mana infuser. I've taken the liberty and did all the rune crafting. Let's grab that. And I've picked up the gold and the shimmer rock. Shimmer rock is Bifrost block and living. This is just elementium, pixie dust, and dragonstone. Honestly, really cheap for where we are. So let's build this like that. We need to grab an elementium, pixie dust, dragonstone, like that. Now, this recipe calls for 1.5 mana pools, which I believe Fabulous Mana Pools stores as much as a normal one. I thought that was an upgrade. Whatever, it looks good. Let's hope I don't have to get a second mana pool to force in here. The export should be fast enough because I have 4 acceleration cards. But I'll turn off my magnet, get up here, drop, drop, drop. It's not happening. I don't understand why this isn't working. I hope I don't need a mana spreader because that's going to take forever. I think I have a recessive rune in here. Isolated augment prevents the spark from interacting with any dominant or recessive. Still allows it to interact with blocks that can receive their mana. I don't think this does what I think it's gonna do. I don't think this does what I think it's gonna do, but we'll put it on. The items disappeared. Did it just voided? I'm gonna look this up. I think I have the answer. Okay, working. The answer, which is annoying. Apparently you need recessive on the pools. I'm not sure why. Either way, it's working. The export in AE2 is fast enough to keep up with it. So the second pool I'll keep just in case. I think I'll automate these between... I'll probably automate these between episodes and just show you the finished thing because I'm not very smart. Building on camera, it takes forever. But that is the alfsteel. Let's get the nuggets. Monopylons. Let me make sure I'm not messing this up. It does say 4 and 4 eyes of ender. I don't have the terra steel. Yep, let's get the other 3 pylons. We need gas tiers. All right, I got the gas tiers. Put them in. 1, 2, 3, 4 alfsteel, and then 4 Gaia. We can grab the other pylons. That's task completed. Grab an iron block. And we also need a beacon, which we don't have. Of course we don't have it. We don't have the nether star. But that's the nether star. We can grab the beacon, put all that away. I have never played a Gaia boss fight. I've never gotten this far. That might have been the first agglomeration plate I've ever made. I don't remember if I even got that far in Ignimatica 2. What I will do is I need to make up a model framework and we'll craft up everything for the deep mob learner because I want to not have to fight this guy. Realistically, I want to kill Gaia just enough to get the model, grab the deep learner, and yeah, it works the exact same as I thought. I guess let's just, I want to go away from the base. I don't want to blow up something that I care about. Like I haven't even seen this fight. I don't know if this is going to be like the Wither where it blows stuff up. It's a nice little spot. Fuck. This is not how I'm supposed to build it. I'm supposed to build it like this. I had to get a terra steel and here goes nothing. No matter how you push the, perhaps your configuration of the catalyst pylons. Okay, okay, let's kill this guy with hammers. Holy shit, finally. Oh, they disabled flight. I'm trying to get the model from you. I do feel like I'm cheating this fight. I feel like I'm supposed to be like scared right now. I should probably put you in. I need to kill you 3 times. That's actually gonna be a pain. I don't know if they have like an insta kill mechanic or something. Okay, it did count all of them. Got 8 Gaia spirit from that, which means I can craft 1 ingot. Great. Well, that was just fun, I guess. Apotheosis kind of makes everything really trivial. I'm gonna have to fight him 2 more times, but that is where I'm gonna call it today. We did some good work today. Obviously, we just fought Gaia, but I also cleaned up my Botania setups and fully automated the mana. We set up a passive for 4 different ingots, which will be useful later. And I actually did a lot of cleanup around the base, and I will do a lot of cleanup in between episodes. Mostly cutting down a lot of this create stuff, because like this iron nugget, I don't need this anymore. Andesite and gravel and stone, they're all made in a material stoneware factory from industrial foregoing, or just a cobble gen, right? Like this setup, I might convert to source stone, because source stone's not actually that expensive. So, you know, just having it on passive would just be nice for crafting purposes. I'll make my decision between now and the next episode. So I want to thank you for watching. Sorry for the long wait. Sorry for the short video. If you enjoyed, please let me know. If you didn't enjoy, please tell me why. And I'll see you in the next episode, a Stacia 2 expert.